welcome back to my channel. Today I filmed this super glittery orange look for you guys, and I paired it with a lip that I typically don't do. Like if I'm gonna do an eye like this, I'm usually gonna do something super soft on my lips, but today I am a rebel and I just felt like going for it, so I did. Anywho, if you'd like to see how I got this eye look, just keep watching. So first, I am taking Soft Ochre Paint Pot by MAC, and I'm putting this on a random Bare Minerals brush because my other ones just got clean, so they're still nice and wet. Putting this on the eye, and I got way too much on this brush because I'm not used to using it, so I'm taking it, and yes, I am wiping it on my pants, which are soft, like pajama pants. I do that. Does anybody else do that? Like clean off their eyeshadows, brushes and whatnot on their pants, like their pajama pants, because mine are disgusting because of that. I have to wash them every single day, but whatever, it's easy. And I'm going to clean up the underbrow with this guy. Now you do not need to set that if you don't want to. I do just so that it makes my life easier when blending. So I'm going in with a Kat Von D palette, and I'm taking this light yellow shade here on a MAC 227 and just buffing that all over the lid. Same palette and a MAC 286, and I'm going in with this light orange shade on the warm side and going right into the crease and then buffing upward for my transition shade. Do you guys even know how much I love this palette? I really like this palette. And there's not very many palettes that I really love. This one and the NARS one, and of course my MAC, like I made palette. I have like 3 of those. I love MAC shadows though, I can't help it. Make sure you're using circular motion so that we get a nice blend. Ooh, and the Venus palette. Sorry, I love that one too. I forgot. I have way too many things in my collection. Said no makeup artist ever. Same brush, and I'm grabbing this reddish brown shade, tap off the extra, and go straight into the crease. Windshield wiper motions, and then softly buff this up. Do not go as high as we did with that orangey shade. I basically am just cutting into the crease a little bit, but when I open my eye, I still want to be able to see this color. If you guys don't have this brush, I'm telling you, this will make your life so much easier because of the nice little point it has. It gets into the crease like a dream. It's also great for concealer, just saying. I am building this up to my desired color, which is pretty deep. And making sure you get this outer corner right here, because this is going to be a no liner look, so I definitely want this to wrap around. Okay, now I'm going to go in with this shadow right here. This is MAC Antiqued, and this has a little bit of a frost to it. And I'm using that color because when I put the sparkle on my lids, I don't want to be sparkle on a straight up matte. But if you don't have a sparkly shadow, or I guess not sparkly, shimmery shadow to put into the crease, use this guy right here and it'll be fine. I just like doing the most when it comes to shadows. So I'm taking this on the same brush, getting a generous amount, tapping off the extra, which did you see that? When you tap off that shadow, stuff doesn't go everywhere. That's why we love MAC. Okay, so going straight into the crease. Back and forth windshield wiper motions. And this, you can see how it has a little bit more of a shine to it. And now I'm going to take a MAC 221, and I'm going to grab a mixture of this and this, tap off, and just blend out the edge of this shadow. Geez, this is pretty. I can totally create this look with all MAC shadows, but I know a lot of people have this palette versus maybe not having all the shades that I have, so that's why I did it this way. Now I'm going in with a clean blending brush. This one's a Sephora Pro Tapered Crease or something weird like that. I'm just going right around the edges of all the shadows so there's no harsh lines. You guys let me know if you're tired of all my orangey eyeshadow looks. I don't know that I will stop doing them, but I'll take it into consideration. With a MAC 242, I'm grabbing this shade down here, again on the warm side, and popping this right underneath the arch of the brow. And then blend downward. Just don't cover up any of the shadow here. I'm gonna soften it up a little bit. There we go. Now I'm gonna go in with the Too Faced Shadow Insurance Glitter Glue and a MAC 228, and I'm gonna pop this on my lid. So I'm gonna take this and go right at the very lash line first and buff it in, and then start taking the extra upward. And do not pass your crease. We don't want sparkles or a hard line everywhere. This is honestly the best method I prefer because it makes my life easier. It holds those glitters where they're supposed to be, but there is another option. And I'm going to tell you about that in just a second. So I'm grabbing the Copper Sparkle Pigment by MAC and my MAC 242. So I'm going to place this in there and kind of push the brush, tap off the extra, press it in there again. And if you didn't use glitter glue, you would take this brush with the product on there and spray with Fix Plus like 2 or 3 times and then pat it onto your lid. Make sure that you are putting a paper towel down here to catch any fallout. So I'm gonna go ahead and start buffing, and I'm starting at the bottom, again, where the lash line is, just like I did with the glue, and then working the extra upward. And I am going up into my crease because I'm going to blend out the extra. Keep holding your paper towel there, and then with that 286, no extra product on it, go right around the edges. This is gonna force anything that was gonna fall off in the crease to go ahead, and it blends these two together. And then remove, and you should be golden. All right, I'm gonna grab that palette again and a NARS pencil brush, and I'm going to grab this original shade we used, tap off the extra, and go underneath the lash line. And I am bringing this down a little bit further because I want it to be nice and smoky. Go in with the reddish brown and bring it underneath. Not as far down as we did with the lighter shade. And then instead of using Antiqued, I'm using this dark brown and only placing this on the outer corner. It kind of to connect both of the dark shadows here. Now with that sponge that I used in the beginning, I'm just gonna bring this right up here. It's just gonna help clean up anything extra, but then bounce it on the edge of the shadow so that it doesn't create a sharp line. I'm taking MAC Costa Riche Eye Kohl, and I'm popping this on my inner tear duct area. And that's gonna darken it up a bit, but it still has, it's a brown orangey undertone, so it connects everything really nicely. Now you guys know I am not about to leave my inner corner without a highlight, so I'm using MAC's Nylon on that same pencil brush, but I just wiped it off, and I'm gonna pop this on the inner corner and kind of softly blend it out. You see the difference between this eye and this eye? I am not gonna use eyeliner for this look, and the reason being is that when I'm looking at somebody or in the mirror, you know, because this is a really cute look, I want to be able to see the orange sparkle. I don't want to cover it up with liner and then having lashes. You're not gonna see the orange nearly as much, and I really want that to pop. So skipping the liner and going straight in with mascara. And this is the MAC Upward Lash Mascara. Putting mascara on definitely helps to blend false lashes with the natural lash. Now I wanted to go in and use the MAC 35 lash for this look because it looks phenomenal, but apparently I don't have any of those left. So I'm going in with, these are some really old Eyelure Katy lashes, and I don't believe that they're available anymore. They have a like slight hint of blue in them, which is pretty cool. But go ahead and go in with whatever lashes you want to use. I'm just going to pop these bad boys on. Make sure that you're taking either tweezers or whatever you're applying your lashes with, even your fingernails if you can, and press your lashes as close to the lash line as possible, because when you don't have any liner on, you can see any separation between your lashes and the falsies, so be careful. In case anyone is curious, I use the Salon Perfect Lash Glue. I really like this stuff. It lasts all day for me, so yeah, it's just a little squeeze tube. I get this at Walmart, no big deal, cheap, and it works really well. While I'm waiting on my lash glue to fully dry, I'm going to grab some blush, and I'm going in with MAC Peaches. I do already have a little bit of bronzer on, not a whole lot. I just don't want to overwhelm my face with too much stuff. I am going to contour a little bit, so I didn't go too heavy or too ham on the bronzer. Don't worry, we're gonna blend this out. A lot of my brushes are dirty, so I'm going in. This is still a good brush, it's just not the one I typically use. This is like the 168 or 163. I had used it so much before that now it is rubbed off. I'm going to go in with the typical light filtering contour powders from Marc Jacobs, and I'm going to softly cut this out. Give me some dimension back into my face, but I just don't want too much. Kind of forgot how much I like this brush. I haven't used it in a while. Now I'm going to go in and blend everything out with my new brush, the MAC 139. I'm still not used to saying that number. I was going to go in and put Yash, of course, by MAC on my lips. It's like my jam, but I'm like, I need to switch it up a little bit. So I'm going to go in with Lime Crime's Riot. This is like a terracotta brownish red shade that I really like, and I already have primer on my lips from MAC. So this is the finished look, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, please give it a giant thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, please do so. I would appreciate you so much. And until next time, I'll see you again soon. Bye!